Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and like this video if you liked it. And today, as you've seen from the video, I have already showed you that I think that I possibly have caught a EVP from just filming a Snapchat at the CNE with my friends. And honestly, at first, I didn't think much of it. I just jokingly posted it on my Instagram story, and people were commenting on it, replying to it, being like, oh, that's creepy, that's weird, which kind of made me feel like, okay, I guess I am not crazy for thinking this, and I still kind of pushed it aside and didn't think anything of it. The more I feel like I watched the video and listened to it and tried to explain it as like something that's normal, I just could not find any explanation, or I never like really felt at ease with any of the explanations I was coming up with in my head. I honestly think it might be a ghost that I caught accidentally. So with this being said, I went ahead and did some research about it, and what I found is pretty interesting. So if you want to see all that, just keep watching. Hi guys, I am gonna pause the scariness for a quick second. I know you definitely noticed that I'm completely changed and look different right now. That's because filming the intro, I had to go to work right after. Let's just resume back into this video. I did lots of research, and what I did was go on Google and pretty much just type in like a lost kid at CNE or lost kids at CNE to like see if there's anything that was recent, to see if there was like maybe a kid that got lost that night or anything that happened, so that way maybe I just captured a kid that was lost and was looking for their parent, and I happened to have been recording at the moment. But nothing really showed up for this year or like super recently of kids getting lost. What I just saw were a few like articles. 1,000 kids get lost at the CNE a year. That is pretty crazy. So if that many kids get lost, there is a pretty high chance that something might have happened, unfortunately, to one of those kids. I hope not, but you never know. There's one article on this man called Mally, or his last name Mally, I don't know. And the article is pretty much on him and how he got lost at the CNE. And in the article, they were explaining how he was just one out of 356 kids who actually have been lost that day. That is for one day. So imagine for the period of like the whole CNE being open and that many kids get lost a day. And it says at a time when up to 400 used to go missing at the fair every single day. Okay, so yeah, so the chances of kid getting lost and something happening to them is very high and very likely. So the next thing that I've noticed is that it says their archives go as far back as the 1920s. Oh, what? They used to have like this big tent that literally was a lost and found for children. And there was a 1958 Star headline that said there was 1,624 lost children just in one day, one time. That is a lot of freaking children. So if that many children are getting lost in a day, how many children are not being found from that percentage, you know? How many are not recorded? Not even like much has been said in the media or anything. So this research that I'm doing is not helping at all. So let's continue. The kids usually get lost, get sent to this tent, and the parents would usually show up and come get them. They said there's never been a moment where like the parents have not came to claim their children or come find their children. Nothing has ever came up where the kid has disappeared and never came back, or a kid is still missing this day. So that is it for that. I started to think, okay, if I cannot find anything on kids passing away, maybe I can find something more paranormal. When looking up articles, this one article said the exhibition place is said to be the most haunted place in Toronto. Yeah, in Toronto. Well, that is crazy because Toronto is very, very big, very diverse, lots of things going on, lots of historical buildings, historical monuments, and that's because of the staggering number of individuals who have been killed in the small area. It used to be in kind of like an industrial area, and a lot of people got hurt or killed on the job, so hence why it is very haunted. Legend has it that most of the spirits still dwell on the grounds, that the spirits stay because they died as a result of tragedy or just where they feel uncomfortable. There is this paranormal investigator named Paul Misano, and he started his investigations in 1965. He's kind of like the only person or investigative team that I've found on the internet that have done lots of investigations on the exhibition place, so he's kind of like the main basis of what my findings are going to be on. He says that there's long stories of ghosts just lurking the grounds of the exhibition place. A lot of the accounts have come from workers. They've seen apparitions at the corner of their eyes. They have feelings that they aren't alone. The scariest experience in his life. He quotes this experience: there are things out there that people shouldn't deal with. There aren't ghosts, they are beyond ghosts. Some people would call them demonic. So when I heard that, I was like, let's just backtrack to what I recorded. That little kid did not sound frightened, scared, or confused or anything. It sounded like they were kind of joking around. Just the way they sounded and the way they just articulated the words sounded like more of a joking, ha ha ha, I'm doing this so you can be freaked out and yourself when you hear this recording later. I'm doing this into your phone, into your camera, so that you hear it later. So as I was doing research about the exhibition place and this investigation, I still couldn't find anything about children. I went again to search and see if I could find anything about children, young children, or anything that would kind of relate or tie in with what I have caught on my camera. So as I went to some of his list of ghosts that he has said that he's found at the CNE, the phantom horses. So staff from a riding academy that uses the horse palace, which was once a military building, reported hearing horses moving on the upper floor, which is vacant. A staff member brought his dog to the stables and threw a ball up the ramp to the upper floor. The dog chased after it but returned without the ball. Moments later, the ball rolled back down, even though there was no one on the upper floor. Terrifying. The Night Watchman. While patrolling the General Service building one evening, a security guard had a heart attack and died. His ghost still acts as though he's on security detail, checking doors and turning off lights. Sometimes he's seen wandering the building. The woman and child. This is the first account I've heard of children spirits or anything like that. So when I read this one, I got a chill up my spine because it said the woman and child. The woman and child. which could kind of explain why this child is calling out to its mother, a woman figure. So yeah, I felt really uneasy reading it. But wait till I read the details. Two ghosts, a woman and a little girl, are known to roam the general service buildings. The girl laughs and the woman wears a long dress and a big hat. The girl's giggles and the way they echo along the hallways make the employees stop and listen. So, I really don't know how to feel about that, because the way they're explaining how like the staff stops and listens to the way she giggles, the way she does what she does, makes them stop and listen, almost as if like the way what was said or what was caught on my camera makes me wonder and like just think like, that doesn't sound like someone who's scared. It doesn't sound like a normal person to me. It just sounded like almost like theatrics, like someone acting, someone like playing like this a role, or someone trying to get people's attention. It's kind of how I felt when I heard that recording. The next ghost that was also on here is the officer and his horse. On a late night during the Royal Agriculture Winter Fair, a cleaner working in the horse palace saw a police officer walk by with his horse. The cleaner greeted the duo. He turned around to look at them again, only to see that they had vanished. From all my research and what I found is that lots of children go missing almost every single year at the CNE. Maybe less than now, but they still go missing. The CNE exhibition plays grounds are haunted AF, and there have been moments of people witnessing ghosts and spirits and this figures and things that are just not deemed as normal on the grounds of the exhibition place. The exhibition place is also freaking old AF, so gives it lots of time to harbor up and collect all these spirits, you know? And lastly, there has been reports of a child who is with a woman on the grounds of the exhibition place, and she giggles. She's jolly. Hence why when I hear that, it sends shivers up my spine, because when I got that recording, that kid did not sound like upset, scared, or in distress. It sounded jolly, happy, in a joking mood. So yeah, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if that helped ease me. I don't know if it helped ease you guys, but I thought it would be interesting to do some of my own research to find or try to back up what I found, because I do love paranormal stuff. I love to investigate. I love to hear about them. I love to like all that kind of stuff. So I really didn't mind doing this. I kind of knew that no matter what I did, I wouldn't fully be at rest or at ease with like my findings, because it's so hard to explain this kind of stuff, because you just can't. It's really hard. Just something that's kind of like there, and then you're like, okay, it's there, it happened, just move on, you know? So I don't know how to say, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. It's just very creepy, very interesting though. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know it's a long banter and rant of me going on about this kind of stuff. If you're not interested in this kind of stuff, thanks for still sticking here and watching. And if you were interested in it, I hope you guys liked it, and let me know if you guys want to see anything more like this. And you know, it is spooky season. I am trying to find the most content I can to entertain you guys with, and I think that's a wrap for everything. And I hope you guys have an amazing spooky season. Bye.